from Southampton to Newcastle. Alan Pardew's the link there. You surprised the job he's doing?
No, I thought he was doing a good job at Southampton, to be honest, and I was very surprised when he was sacked. So it hasn't really surprised me. He's got a lot of experience. He's managed teams in the Premier League before and done well with them. So I think a lot of people looked at Newcastle's squad, saw the players that had left, and saw what he replaced them with, and thought they might struggle, and probably myself included in that. But I didn't know a great deal about Chiote and Kabay in midfield. They've formed a brilliant partnership, and that's kind of the heartbeat of the Newcastle team, I think. And Best and Barr have been chipping in with the goals, and they've been very solid at the back. So no surprise really.
Stephen Taylor for England?
Stephen Taylor's very good. I think there's probably a couple of players just in front of him at the moment, but certainly if he carries on performing that way, I don't think it'll be too long before he'll be knocking on the door.
And it's been quite significant then since the arrival of John Carver, who of course did some great work with Bobby Robson prior at Newcastle United and James Park. Since he's returned, everything again seems to have clicked into gear.
It does, yeah. He's obviously got something that he's got a lot of experience in the game, and has obviously learned from some very good people. So it's invaluable to have people like that around your football club.
Still in the North East, Steve Bruce and Sunderland. How do you think their season's gone so far?
It's been a bit of a struggle for Steve. Got off to a pretty terrible start and kind of picked it up a little bit, and then had a bit of a struggle with scoring goals, and big blow, I think, losing Conor Wickham just a minute or two into the game at Old Trafford, when he was just looking like he was finding his feet, and Steve Bruce was finally thinking that this was time to put him in the side, and it's a shame for the lad. 18 years of age, and he's going to be out for a few months. It's a big blow. And
Tony Mowbray has done a fantastic job since coming back.
He has. Tony's done a terrific job. I mean, we battered Middlesbrough 3-0. They've been very difficult to beat away from home. And so, when you consider the cuts that have had to take place in his budget since he's taken over as well, it takes something pretty special from a manager, really, when he has to trim the squad and you then see an improvement in it. That takes some doing this day and age.
And what's the qualities of Tony Mowbray then?
I think you know what you get with Tony. He's very honest. You see all his press conferences, very to the point, and I think players respect that. They understand where the manager's coming from. And obviously he was a bit of a legend on Tyneside and I think or Teesside. Sorry.
I got you. See, we're 1-1 now.
We'll get there. On Teesside. So obviously that's a massive head start when you take over the manager's job. If you already have the respect of the fans, that they tend to give you a little bit longer, cut you a bit more slack if results don't go your way.
Finally, got to ask you about Newcastle United. Much in the news, certainly across the North East at the minute. Nationally, still in the North East, there wasn't about the fact that they've renamed the ground. Thoughts? It's
interesting timing. Obviously they're doing very well. I think there's a home game for about 2 or 3 weeks, so they've chosen their time very well to do it. I think the Geordies will always call it St James's Park, no matter what sponsors attached to it. That's the way it is. The media will have to call it what they want to call it, but I think the Geordie nation it'll always be St James's Park.
A wrap up on the whole thing then tonight. Tell us, between Newcastle and Sunderland, who do you rather fancy then to finish the highest?
It's a slightly unfair contest. Newcastle have got serious head start right now, and the way they're going, it would be an unbelievable run from Sunderland if they were to catch Newcastle this season.
And for the Borough?
The Borough, hopefully they'll finish behind Southampton, but I wouldn't have any objections to it being Southampton and Middlesbrough in the top two. No, none at all.